Okay, thank you, Sarah. Becky Bailey is going to, I'm going to turn it over to Becky, and Becky will do a quick overview, and then we're going to answer questions.
Yeah. Hey guys, good afternoon. I am so excited that we can be on with you to tell you a little bit about our program and to answer any questions that y'all have. My name is Becky Bailey. So I'm a literacy specialist for Savvis Learning, formerly Pearson. And our new program, first of all, it's amazing. It is called 3 Cheers for Pre-K. So it's brand new, designed just for Texas. It's going to meet all of your Texas pre-K guidelines, and it's available in English and Spanish. So our Spanish program is Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, and it is equitable and parallel to everything within 3 Cheers. So everything that you guys see today is available in print, but all of this and more is digital too. So it's 100% print and 100% digital, which is great, especially now when we've been doing a lot of distance learning, right? So before we jump in, I actually want to introduce y'all to someone really special to our program. Meet Javi the helicopter.
Hi, I'm Javi, and I'm so excited to be on my way to grade K. 3 Cheers for Pre-K is a balanced pre-kindergarten curriculum where learning takes place through skills-based experiences and purposeful play using quality children's literature.
So that is Javi the helicopter, our loyal mascot. He's in animated form and this plush form. How cute is he? So he is going to be guiding your students through pre-K. He pulls in social emotional learning all day, every day. So he's going to help us in this little mini overview that we've got for y'all. So some things that we're going to look at in this session, we're going to talk about the ready to go resources, the brand new print and digital tools that you guys are going to have. We'll look at how we build robust family engagement, and then we'll take a little peek into the instruction, but I think we'll cover the instruction part when you guys get to your questions. So this is a research-based program. It's from the best authorship team. They are experts in every realm of early childhood. So here are some things that they've created for us. So you guys will get access to your teacher toolkit. This gives you all of your pre-K teacher essentials, like your alphabet cards, your picture cards, even mats that are right on, wipe off, and a professional learning guide that gives you lots of research-based best practices for the year. You guys will get a wealth of authentic, rich literature. So you have dozens of big books across genres and little book 6-packs to match these big books. So perfect for your interactive read alouds or shared reading. And then you guys are going to receive hundreds of trade books for any day, any occasion for your print and digital libraries. These are all authentic. Remember, you've got lots of contemporary trade books and lots of classics as well. So your kids, all of these are culturally responsive. So your kids will be able to see themselves in the pages of all of this beautiful literature. And just remember, we've got tons of solid stories for you guys to pick from, including our leveled readers. So if y'all are doing guided reading in pre-K, you'll get over 60 level A readers in English and Spanish to support you in that. Now, in Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, when it comes to that literature, yes, you've got translated, trans-adapted literature, but also a ton of authentic Spanish literature. So all of our Spanish big books were written authentically in Spanish. Now, all of this literature comes in print, but remember, it all comes in ebook format too. So this is
Here comes Pete, strolling down the street.
So who doesn't love Pete the cat, right? You see, we have full audio support. The words track as we go. Kids can interact with this, and teachers love to just project this on the big screen. So you have leveled readers, big books, trade books, and your wordless experience books. So they're exactly what they sound like. Kids can use these to create their own stories, practice oral language, vocab, and writing. All of this literature and more lives in your pre-packaged theme kit. So this is where we make your lives easier. All of your things for each unit are going to be stored in one box per unit. So easy to pull what you need right away. So in this kit, you have your books, but also your 5x5 activity cards. These are 5 activities to be done in 5 minutes or less to reinforce your skills. You have your vocab cards that you know and love to cover our 4 types of vocabulary that we focus on, and you have real pictures for each one. You have talk more about it cards to bring in those post-read discussions and sequencing, retelling, those great things. And then, of course, since music is such a big part of pre-K, you'll have these sing, rhyme, and shout cards on a ring. You have tons of songs, the lyrics, the music, the audio. You hear that? English and Spanish, along with a music video for each song.
Hi everyone, join me with Javi.
So that's one of our authors, Dr. Soto. He's also a great character in the program. He keeps hands-on learning alive. So do our manipulatives. So there's 2 types of manipulatives in 3 cheers. Your theme manipulatives for centers and small groups with each unit to teach kids about the world around them. And these are fun, you know, it's like unboxing a special surprise unit to unit. Then you guys will have your cross-content manipulatives just to give you a new supply of those math, science, music essentials that you use every day. So you have lots of resources, but it's also easy to build family engagement with our digital tools and our great partnerships. This partnership is called Unite for Literacy. This gives you access to over 400 additional multicultural ebooks. Kids can read these anytime, anywhere. They're correlated with your 3 cheers units. And for English learners, these can be translated and read aloud in over 40 languages. So these support kids coming from everywhere. And Ready Rosie makes it even easier to partner with families. This is our 2nd partnership. Y'all might know and love Ready Rosie. It's included with our packages. This has those modeled moment videos, English and Spanish, filled with ways that parents can help at home in their everyday activities. Those videos are also correlated with our units. Now, Ready Rosie and Unite can be accessed through our website called Savvis Realize. This is an award-winning platform. Your kids have an early childhood view that guides them with visuals, audio, color, so that they can follow along by themselves. This works on any device, on and offline for you and your kids, and this works nicely with all LMSs. So this will work with Google, Schoology, Canvas, Eduphoria, you name it. Now, your students will have anytime access to Realize just like you will. They can always go into our gaming center called Javi's Whirly World. So within Javi's Whirly World, you guys have hundreds of learning opportunities across content areas. So tons of brand new games that they've never seen before that are fresh and engaging just for 3 cheers. So along with those games, you guys might need to utilize brain breaks. I mean, we all do as pre-K teachers. So you have this wheel of motion. So you guys can always pull a brain break throughout the day when you need it. Your kids like to spin this too.
Walk in a circle.
And you might be wondering, okay, well, how do parents get access to all of this? So we have a family engagement portal. So this is like a digital newsletter. We let them know everything that's going on week to week on this portal, lots of activities for them to practice at home. This is available in English and Spanish, also 5 additional languages. So it's easy for every family, no matter where they're from, to get involved in their kiddos pre-K year with this family engagement portal. All right, guys, and then we can answer all of your questions when it comes to instruction. Remember, we are totally aligned to your pre-K guidelines and outcomes. We're also vertically aligned to your KinderTeaks. So kindergarten readiness all day, every day. All right, let me go ahead and check the chat box. I just wanted to give you all that overview.
This is Sarah from TEA. Yes, Becky, I was just going to say that there's a few questions in the chat, so if you want to check out those.
Yep, so Melissa, yeah.
I'm sorry, I was just going to say, if you want to take yourself off mute and ask the question to the publisher directly, please feel free to do so as well.
So Melissa, I'll start with your question. If we don't have anyone coming off mute yet, you asked if Savvis works with ClassLink and iPad. So yes, it will work with ClassLink. And yes, it's device agnostic. So this will work on any device. Yep.
Okay, and just, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, and just because we have Savvis currently for K through 12, and we have struggled with the app for the reader on iPads. So that's why I'm asking if there's something that is, and it's because of ClassLink and the iPads that we've had some problems with. You know, I think we found a workaround, but it's been an issue.
Hi, this is Gina Floyd. I'm the director of sales with Savvis Learning. And what we can do for you, if you will type in your email in here, let us get you the tech specs for the iPad. Our program, all of our digital assets are device agnostic. They will all work on iPads. They've all been tested. Now it depends on the iPad you have.
Right, and we have the most current iPads.
Yeah.
But there is iPads, when you put in a web browser, it automatically goes to a specific one. And the specific one that it goes to, Savvis and that don't talk for some reason. So we've had to create another app as a workaround. And that was the, I guess, technology suggested fix from Savvis.
Well, what, if you don't mind, typing in your email and let me follow up with that and have one of our tech specialists. We have one dedicated specifically to all of our Texas customers only. And let me make sure that you've been directed correctly from us. And I don't know, where that information came from, but let me make sure we're directing you in the right way, because you shouldn't have to do that. And I see you right there, Melissa. Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
I'll
Thank
send you a
you.
follow-up email right this minute with our tech support right there on it as well, just to confirm everything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, perfect.
To answer some of these other ones real quickly, yes, we're ready to pilot. If you guys are ready to pilot, again, shoot us an email. You can send it to me, you can send it to our vice president, or you can put it in this chat. We will get you set up fully with pilots as well with some PD to help you guys get that thing started. Happy to do that for you. Carol, you want to take the question on delayed billing?
Do we do delayed billing? Yes. This year, because you're in the first year of the biennium, everything should be fine as far as when you are billed. But absolutely, if you don't have your money by, within 30 days, we always allow you delayed billing.
Okay.
So
Also,
90 days or whatever we need to work out with you. And we've even done it over multiple years if it had to be.
in regards to getting your hands on the product, once you place your order, whether that be through disbursement or through EMAT, once those orders are placed, our typical turnaround is 7 to 14 business days. Okay. So that's typical. Now I'm going to tell you, with the future and COVID and shipping issues and everything else, of course, the earlier you order it, the better. There is not a consumable student book with our program. What we've done for you is something a little different, and I'll tell you why we did it. We've seen out there, just from being around a long time and being the only pre-K-12 program that you guys are looking at. We just came off, a big literacy campaign for K-12, and prior to that, math and science and social studies. Sometimes those consumables don't get completely used. Maybe a portion of them are used, and at the end of the year, oh, we only used half of it. We wanted to make sure we saved you money in that regard and gave you resources that you would use in their entirety. So we do have, as another option, instead of a consumable for the student, we have something called printables, and they are on that online access with all of your teachers would receive, as well as your paraprofessionals and aides for your classroom. So it's a quick on-demand print that's available so that you can make sure you utilize all of our assets in their entirety. Are we willing to do virtual presentations individually to your district? You bet. So again, reach out to your account general manager or include your email right here, and we will get with you and do a personalized virtual presentation specifically to your district and to your district needs. PD is included with our package pricing. If you're interested in that package pricing, we do have individual component pricing on the TEA website. We also have package pricing. You can get that from your account general manager. We've got a great brochure that walks you through all of our packages and all of our options, but professional development is included in all of that. The printable feature, Melissa, is utilized. It can be utilized for virtual students because all those students would have access virtually to everything. And or it could be used for classroom for that extra practice, any type of package you might want to do, extra writing practice, things like that. Thank you for your email on that teacher presentation, and we will get right on that. Our PD, what does it look like? We offer district-wide PD. We also offer campus-specific PD. Our PD can be face-to-face when and if we ever get back to that point, where we sure hope that soon, and also virtually live and or recorded PDs. We have a website that's dedicated to basically a professional development library of different sessions that walk you through every single aspect of our 3 Cheers program. And something unique, and we're super excited about it, is parent professional development too, both from a virtual standpoint, happy to do it live if we get to that point. And they also will have recorded sessions that are on demand 24/7 to help support the parent portal, which you also find in our program to help parents, support the learning that's going on in the classroom. Our pre-K 3 Cheers program is aligned to the Head Start program. Your account general manager, and as well as the resources that we provided through the TEA link, will show that correlation so that you have that. And it is a one solution for both your 3 and 4-year-olds. There's two pathways within 3 Cheers, one for 4-year-olds, one for 3-year-olds, with a slew of different differentiation strategies built all the way through. If you would like to pilot, I see that email. Thank you so much. Excited to get you guys started on that. And would you please send a video of the lesson executed? Yes, we are working on that right now. So we're going to have a model lesson for you guys to show, and we will make sure we get that out to everyone. We also have a website that you guys can go to that will have all of our resources, all of our videos, everything in one spot to use as a review website to really help you guys and answer a lot of questions too. But your best bet is always reach out to your account general manager with Savvis. And I'm going to type my email in here real quick so that everyone's got mine, and I can get you guys lined up with everything you need, from the different resources that help review to getting a virtual presentation set up, whatever you might need.
Gina, so there's a couple questions. So do they have the flyers that tell them how to explore the online platform?
We sure do. We have a video that shows how to explore. You know how YouTube videos are so popular now. So we made some YouTube-ish type videos because you can figure out how to do anything on a digital tour of our digital platform. We also have unboxing videos that show you every part, every piece, every component, every resource that we offer with 3 Cheers. All of those assets will be on this marketing site that we have. If you guys, anyone wants access to all that, my email is right here laid out for everybody, gina.floyd@savvis.com. I will get you guys hooked up with your account general manager and get all of those resources sent directly to you and access to our site to help you guys with a very thorough review, which we encourage you to do.
And then also just to address some of the questions from up top, Gina, I think we might have missed them at the beginning.
Sorry.
There were a couple questions about Spanish and about if it's a direct translation, if it's a trans adaptation. So many of our books are trans adapted. Some are direct translations, but don't worry, you would never run into a wonky translation like Humpty Dumpty. I always like to give that example. It just doesn't translate in Spanish, does it? But a lot of our Spanish literature is authentic Spanish. For example, all of those Spanish fiction big books were written authentically in Spanish. Okay, so you have a great mix of everything. Yeah, and then somebody asked if your trade books can be accessed digitally too, and the answer to that is yes. Remember, 100% print and digital.
To answer the Ready Rosie question, we do have packages that include Ready Rosie for all teachers, all students. So absolutely yes. And again, when we get our package brochure to y'all, we can absolutely go through that with you. The web, I'm going to type in the website for you guys to review our products. I believe TEA has provided those logins too, but I'm going to put it right here for you.
That's correct, Gina. Districts can access the pre-adoption sample for pre-kindergarten, the English and Spanish, on the Proclamation 2021 website. We are at time. If you're a district and you want to stick around and kind of ask more questions of this publisher, you're more than welcome to do that. Other districts who are ready to kind of go on to the next one, you're more than welcome to do so as well. We're going to have about a 5-minute break.
Hey, Becky, just right here, can you type in the username and password for them for our website, savvisrealize.com, just so they have it?
I use my username and password.
Okay, I got it.
Sorry.
That's okay.
And can I ask all the Savvis people to include that in your name just so districts are aware
Yes.
who's speaking. Thank you. Gina, I think you are. You've included it, so thank you. Sorry, just to clarify, I meant in the participant list, so the name that shows up at the bottom of your little video, that's what I meant, adding Savvis there.
Oh, okay.
And no, I'm about to type the username and password for y'all. I'm so sorry. I keep hitting enter accidentally.
I'm not really sure how to change my name on Zoom. Oh, rename. There we go. Becky Bailey, Savvis.
Sarah, you're going to start us at when you want us to start?
Yeah, 225. I'll just do the same thing.
Oh, okay. We'll do the same thing. Okay.
Mhm.
There you go, guys. I just put the website you go to, the username and the password. I'm so sorry.
Gina, are you going to start this one?
Sure. Yeah. 220, one more minute, right?
One more minute.
Sarah, are you speaking first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
She
I
will.
will. It's 225. Let's get started, everybody. My name is Sarah Ramirez. I serve as the Review and Option Coordinator at TEA. I am just here to facilitate, answer any questions you might have, but I'm going to turn it quickly over to Savvis, who is going to be talking about their pre-K material.
Hi, and I'm Gina Floyd, Director of Sales with Savvis Learning for Texas. Super excited to have Becky Bailey kind of give you a little brief high-level overview and then open it up for Q&A. We're also going to be answering questions in chat if you would like to ask your question there.
Okay, hey guys, I'm Becky Bailey, Literacy Specialist for Savvis Learning, formerly Pearson. Really excited to give you guys an overview into 3 Cheers for Pre-K. It's a brand new comprehensive program. It meets 100% of your Texas pre-K guidelines. It also met 100% in all categories on the TRR review. So it does come in Spanish as well with Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder. This is equitable and parallel to everything with 3 Cheers. So as you guys can see, all of this comes in print. All of this comes digitally too. So everything today is 100% print and 100% digital. on and offline on any device for you and your kiddos. Keep that in mind. So we're going to start by introducing you, for a couple seconds to our mascot, Javi the helicopter.
Hi, I'm Javi, and I'm so excited to be on my way to grade K.
So that is your animated Javi. He also comes to your classroom in this plush form. Perfect size to be loved on by your littles. He plays a big part in this program. He's going to pull in social emotional learning every day with just about every game and lesson. Javi will be guiding your kids through the program and guiding us through this overview. So we are going to give y'all a lot to cheer about, and I'm sure you guys are already excited as you've looked through our resources. We'll talk today about some of our print and digital components. We're going to talk about things that help you guys build that homeschool connection. And of course, I'll give y'all a glimpse into our research-based instruction, but really we'll cover that part, I'm guessing, when y'all ask questions in just a couple minutes. So remember, this program is research-based. It is created by the best authorship team out there. These are experts in all things early childhood development. So we're going to look at some of the resources these authors have put together for us, print and digital, starting with your Texas Teacher Toolkit. So this is where you guys get all of your pre-K teacher essentials. A lot of these things make classroom management easy, like your alphabet cards, your picture cards. You even have a professional learning guide that gives you the why behind the program and a scope and sequence for all content areas. Now, you'll have a wealth of rich, authentic literature in the program because I know that's big for y'all. So big books are hugely important. You get dozens of them across genres. And you also get these little book 6-packs to help bring those stories to life. So as you read, they can follow with you in this little book. And of course, you have a trade book for every day and every occasion for your print and digital libraries. There are hundreds of trade books. They are authentic. They are culturally responsive and diverse so that your kiddos can really connect to this literature. You have lots of contemporary trade books, but of course you're going to have a lot of those classics that you know and love. So you see by this point, we have lots of great literature, and that includes leveled readers. If you're teaching guided reading in pre-K, you're going to be equipped with over 60 level A leveled readers for your guided reading lessons. Now, for your 2 language learners, you guys can support biliteracy, honor heritage, language, and culture in any type of program model. I know we're going to get asked this question. So the literature in Spanish, throughout the program, you're looking at the perfect balance of, yes, some translated and transadapted, but lots of authentic Spanish literature. So ton of authentic lit. Now, all of these books are in print, but also ebook format. Y'all can access this online. So here's an example.
Here comes Pete, strolling down the street.
You have that full audio support with all of these, and kiddos can look at and interact with these at school and at home. So you have trade books, leveled readers, big books, and these wordless experience books with just pictures so kiddos can practice that oral language and create their own story. This is also where we're going to hone in on vocabulary and writing. And all of this literature and more lives in your prepackaged theme kits. This is where we make your lives easier. Instead of y'all having to dig everywhere, all of your resources for each unit are organized into a unit box like this. So you can grab what you need right when you need it. So here are some things you're going to find in these kits with your books. You have your 5x5 activity cards, 5 activities to be done in 5 minutes or less to reinforce your skills. Then you have your vocabulary cards. These cover the 4 types of vocabulary we focus on in 3 cheers. You have real pictures for each one, so those meanings will stick. And remember, y'all can print any of these cards and resources from our platform if you need another set. Now, since we like to talk to our kids about books after we read them, you'll use these talk more about it cards for your post-read discussions and to pull in sequencing and retelling. And music is a huge part of pre-K. We all know that. So y'all will be constantly utilizing your sing, rhyme, and shout cards on a ring. So turn to a song whenever you need it. English, Spanish, we give you the lyrics, the movements, and they're also familiar too. So you see you have that audio support. And to complement all those songs, you guys will also get a music video from one of our amazing authors, Dr. Soto, so your kids can rock out with him.
Hi, everyone. Join me with Javi, my friend.
So he is a great character in 3 Cheers. He's going to bring in hands-on learning, just like our manipulatives. 2 types of manipulatives in 3 Cheers. You get 1 theme manipulative with each unit for centers and small groups and to teach kiddos about the world around them. These are fun, a special surprise from theme to theme. And then you get your cross-content manipulatives. So these are your general manipulatives, so y'all can replenish your supply if you need a new set. So you have a ton of resources in print and online, but now let's talk about how we build that homeschool connection with a couple partnerships that we're pumped about. This partnership is called Unite for Literacy. This is going to give you guys over 400 additional multicultural ebooks that kids can read at any time, anywhere, on any device. These actually correlate with your 3 Cheers unit. So your parents can pick one to build on what's happening in class. And for your English learners, these can actually be translated and read aloud in over 40 languages. And partnering with families is going to be even easier with Ready Rosie. Y'all might already know and love Ready Rosie. It's included with our packages. So you will get those modeled moment videos in English and Spanish that show parents how they can help at home. These are also correlated with our unit. So again, parents will know how they can help with what's going on each week. Ready Rosie and Unite and more will be accessed through our platform, Savvis Realize. This is our website where you can find all of your digital resources. This works for you and your kids, remember, on any device, on and offline, and this will integrate with all LMSs. So yes, we have a partnership with Google, but this also works beautifully with Schoology, Canvas, Eduphoria, ClassLink, everything. So you can always jump on Savvis Realize for your digital resources, but so can your kids. They can always pull out their device at school or at home or at the dentist or in the car, wherever they are, and go into Javi's Whirly World, which is our big gaming center where kids can play and learn.
Turn games into learning with Javi's Whirly.
So there are hundreds of brand new games across content areas in Javi's Whirly World. And yes, I said new. They are fresh, engaging games, nothing they've ever seen before. They were built just for 3 Cheers. Now, along with games and just pre-K in general, kids need a lot of opportunities to get their wiggles out during the day. I mean, they're 3 and 4 years old. So with this wheel of motion, you get easy brain breaks when you need them. You can spin this as many times as you need to.
Walk in a circle
till they're back to focusing. Now, parents might use that wheel of motion as well at home and distance learning. They can access everything and more on this family engagement portal. This is where we keep families in the loop about everything that's going on each week in class. We have letters y'all can customize each week that are sent home. Lots of activities that can be done for practice. This is available in English and Spanish, but also 5 additional languages. So this will support any family who wants to help at home. And then for your instruction, just know that we have every day mapped out for you guys. We do meet all of your guidelines, and we're vertically aligned to all of your pre-K or your kindergarten TEKS. So kinder readiness was big for us. So you'll always see what they're doing in pre-K and how that's going to align with kindergarten so that they're going to be ready to make that jump next year. And when it comes to instruction, every day is mapped out for you. This is what we would love to tell you more about if we are invited to your district for a presentation, and we will answer questions now. So thanks guys so much. So questions, let's see.
I think there's one I haven't answered. This is Gina Floyd again. Are the lessons designed for a half day and full day? The lessons are designed for full day, but the cool thing we have is a pathway for half day too, because we know some districts are still in that transition period. So to answer your question, we have both. And that was for Betty. The 5 languages, there's a couple of things where we offer multiple languages. Our parent portal offers 5 languages, and Becky, I'm going to let you rattle off those languages.
Yeah, so the family engagement portal is English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Mandarin, Korean, French, and Arabic.
And then we also have the Unite for Literacy, which is that digital library of 400 extra books for your classroom and for home use. And those are offered in 40 languages. Well, as far as suggestions that include paraprofessionals and aides working with the pre-K teachers, we are very fortunate to let you guys know we have the ability to give your paraprofessionals and aides their own digital access, and that is part of our package. So there's not an extra charge for that. We also have professional development lined up on demand online for both teachers and aides, as well as virtual and face-to-face when we get to that point again. This does work with Words Their Way. That's a great question. Words Their Way is a Savvis product. We have a complete document that shows you and aligns how those two can work hand in hand together. If you would like to arrange a presentation specifically for your district and your district needs, and we know you all have different needs, we are happy to do that. I'm going to type my email in right here. You are more than welcome to contact me, or if you know your Savvis account general manager, your rep, you can contact them as well to set that up. We're ready and willing to do these virtually and face-to-face if that is what you need, but we're ready for you. Becky, you want to talk about the language proficiency levels and what we've done with the ELPs as far as the pre-K content?
Yeah, totally. And this is something that we have in like our full presentation, Patricia, and I would love for you guys to see that. But so within every lesson, so every day we have small group lessons built in for math and literacy, and it's explicit. You're also going to find small group lessons every single day for your ELs broken down by proficiency level, beginner all the way to advanced high. And you have the kindergarten ELPs that align with those lessons plugged in on that page. So that's great because it's going to support those proficiency levels that they're later going to be on TELPAS. And Savvis is the only company actually that does that. And then Amanda, Gina, did you answer the question about Javi's Whirly World data tracking?
Oh no, sorry. Go ahead. I missed that one.
And yeah, so you will have the ability to run reports on students and track their data and their progress within Javi's Whirly World. Yes. Did you answer the question about consumables?
No, let me answer that one quick. We do not have a student consumable. We have found that we wanted to be able to save you guys some money. And sometimes when there are consumables, they don't get used, not every page. And, you know, end of the year comes and you still have a lot of pages in that consumable. So to save you money, we went another route. And we have enabled you guys with printables that are on demand on our site that you can easily go to and have that extra practice, writing practice, letter formation, number formation, all
drawings, all of it. Yep.
Yeah, there you go. So it's right there, easy for you guys to utilize and even assign to your students digitally. We do offer pilots. Happy to do that for you. The best thing to do to get that set up is shoot me an email. My email's right here in the chat. It's gina.floyd@savvis.com. I will get you in line with your account general manager with Savvis, and we'll get that ready to go. We'll not only get you set up, we'll also offer you a little bit of PD to help you get started out strong. We do offer formative and summative assessments. And Becky, you want to explain that for a sec?
Yeah. Okay. So again, the formative and summative assessments are so great. So we do have a full assessment suite. So that's going to give you your screener for the beginning of the year, progress monitoring assessments, daily and weekly, and an end of the year comprehensive EOY. Now, all of our assessments are aligned to CLI. So if you guys are using CLI progress monitoring, we can send you that full correlation. But the real difference with our program is formative assessments, because here's the deal. You guys might start researching and find out that companies wait till the end of a unit to assess pre-K kiddos. But we know the importance of formative assessments, don't we? That's why within every lesson, we have built in our quick checks. So those have if-then statements that allow you to constantly monitor and adjust, formatively assess with every single lesson. So that is strong.
And along with that formative and summative assessment, I think we kind of hit this briefly in the, little bit we had right up front. We have a really amazing tool called Scout. It is it's a digital tool that helps teachers digitize all those observational notes that you're working on when you're working in small group. And this basically creates digital portfolios for all of your students that can be downloaded and sent to whomever you need to send it to. But it's a really quick and easy way, and a really cool kind of 2021 way to digitize all those observational notes and create performance portfolios for your students. And it all lives on that one site, one place you go to plan and utilize all of our digital assets, which is our Realize platform.
Now, Maria, you asked about the Spanish literature. Is it authentic or just translated? No, it's a little bit of both. So you will have some translations, because some translations are necessary, I would say. But you're not going to have, I always say, you're not going to have any like wonky translations, like Humpty Dumpty is always the example that I use. It just doesn't work when you translate it from English to Spanish, does it? So you will have some trans adaptations as well, but then a ton of authentic Spanish literature too. So an example is all of our Spanish fiction big books were written authentically in Spanish. Okay, so you're going to have whatever you need in your bilingual classroom, along with a bilingual teacher's guide. So that teacher guide will give you specific planning support lesson by lesson, whether you are 50-50, 80-20, 90-10 bilingual model. The books are included in the curriculum. Yes. There was something that was up here that I wanted to touch on. Oh, the alphabet intro. Okay, so Gina, you answered. So the alphabet is not the same, introduced the same in English and Spanish. All of your Spanish instruction is different to account for the differences in the languages. So an example is in Spanish, we start with vowels because that makes sense. But in English, that's not necessarily the case. All right, Realize platform. Yes, the Realize platform is included.
There was an alphabet question way up early on, and I said you would explain it because it was too much to type. Did we address that? There it is right there.
Yeah, so Betty, our first letters are S, M, and B, because those are the letters that research has shown to be developmentally appropriate. So those are the letters that, and they're commonly used. So that's why we started with those. Now, in terms of our other letters in English that we introduce, and just the whole list, you guys are going to find that scope and sequence within this professional learning guide and online at Realize. So if you guys are logged into this demo account, whenever you jump in, you'll find your entire scope and sequence of letters within this Getting Started folder. And if you get your samples, dive into this because it'll be here as well. So that will go down the list. But why we did it, Betty, that was totally based off of research.
I'm going to shoot my email in here one more time. I am happy for y'all to email me. I will get you in contact with your account manager, and we will get you fully set up with a slew of different resources and tools, as well as complete digital access for you to view our program in its entirety online and print samples, and even district, specific presentations. So my email is right there. Again, gina.floyd@savas.com. We'd love to hear from y'all. Week at a glance. Can you show that real quick?
Yeah, so right off the bat, and this will give me the opportunity to just show off these editable lesson planners. You have your week at a glance built within your teacher guide. Okay, but that week at a glance is also found digitally and it's editable. So this is really nice. I'm sure all of us, if we don't have to write them, we have to think about lesson plans each week, don't we? So you have this fabulous week at a glance, tells you what every day of the week looks like. And I apologize if you hear sirens behind me. There's lots of road noise where I am in Dallas. So this will tell you what you're doing every day of each week. And Gina, I'm going to mute myself so you can keep going on this.
Okay, so as Becky was saying, you've got editable and customizable lesson plans for every week of instruction, also breaking it down by day. Those guidelines and outcomes are clearly listed on there, but these are great because you can completely customize this to what you want to do in your classroom and for your district.
Yes. Okay, I'm back on now. Sorry, guys. Working from home, y'all know the drill.
You want to take that writing question?
Let me look at it.
It's in, what do you have for writing?
Okay, so writing is going to be, first of all, writing is going to be integrated every day in all content areas. So everything is going to have a little bit of writing in it. But when it comes to direct writing instruction, that happens each day within the literacy circle. So we're focusing on the alphabet, concepts of print, handwriting. So they're going to start by air writing. Then they move on to writing in their palms. Then they move on to those mats that are dry erase before they finally move into those writing activities on paper. That's just, when they're learning to write and form letters. You also have lots of direct instruction tied to the writing process. So as early as pre-K, in the literacy circle, we take them from brainstorming all the way to publishing. That's necessary, especially when you guys are thinking about what they're going to have to do in kinder. So you're going to be seeing writing essentially all day, every day, more than you could ever need for it. Yeah.
I just wanted to pop in. This is Sarah with TEA. We have hit the end of our second block. If you have additional questions for the publisher, please put those in the chat. We're going to take a 5-minute break to just reset and allow anybody to, if they wanted to leave, go to another room. or come stay here and ask questions. We're just going to take that 5 minutes, and we'll be back at 2:50. Thank you all so much.
Thanks, Sandy.
Can we still answer out loud?
I don't know.
That's fine. Feel free to do that.
Oh, okay.
Vicky,
Like, I'm scared. I don't want to get in trouble.
No. Definitely feel free to do so. I just wanted to make sure that we kind of had
Alright.
a stop point to make sure people can go to another publisher's room if they need to.
Becky, can you answer Ms. Cheatham's question about
Gina, did you type in for this group the login? 'Cause I
oh
think
no,
someone
I
put it
didn't. I'll do that right now. I'm so sad. Sorry. Yep,
Yeah,
do it
okay.
right now.
So
Yeah, Becky, are y'all okay? Y'all are talking 90 to nothing. Do you need me to start the next one, Gina? You okay?
Ms. Cheatham, so do we provide information from teachers on what developmentally appropriate pre-write skills may look like? Yes. So you guys will find all of that again. This professional learning guide, now to be quite honest, this doesn't have the most like engaging name. Like I'm a teacher, when I see professional learning, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll just save that for later. But if you dive in, this actually gives you all of that amazing information and research. So yes, that has developmentally appropriate, writing and pre-writing, and it's within your instruction too.
And guys, I just put in a website. It's savasrealize.com. And the username, I hit enter too quick, but the username is TX3Cheers and the password is welcome1. You can review our program in the real digital platform that it lives in right here. You can also email me and I will completely get this to you guys individually with some videos to accompany it. What time does the next one start?
Amanda, no, there are not yearly consumables. Again, Gina kind of touched on that earlier. You know, we didn't want to give you guys a bunch of consumables where only half of it gets used and you're left with a bunch of extras at the end of the year. We heard that that's not necessarily what teachers want. And, you know, consumables, once they're published, they're set in stone. And there's not that much room to update it as the years go on. So what we've done is we've actually given you guys consumables in this folder on Savas Realize. So you have a full-blown folder. It's called printables, but that will give you consumable pages for all content areas. My favorite thing here is the directed drawings, which I think are going to be loaded on after the demo account. So yeah, so that way we can always update them to keep current with what you guys are doing.
Gina, we start at 2:50 on the next one.
Yes, Sylvan, the digital is included. Does the program come with small group decodable reader sets? Yeah, so we have those leveled reader, level A. Some of them will be your decodable books, and you have them in English and Spanish.
Okay, I think we've got 30 seconds left and we start the next one.
Gina, you can go ahead and when it's time, you just continue if you want to.
Okay, I think we're on to the next one. So Sarah?
Yes, I am. Thank y'all so much for joining. My name is Sarah. I'm with TEA. I am going to just here to let y'all know if y'all may have any questions, just something, put them in the chat, but I'm going to turn over the publisher.
I'm Gina Floyd, Director of Sales with Savas Learning. I'm going to be manning this chat, so you are welcome to type your questions in there. And then what we're going to do is a quick little overview to help remind you of some questions to ask. And then we will open it up for you guys to ask questions. But I will be handling the chat feature, so you're welcome to put it there. And I'll turn it over to our specialist, Becky Bailey.
Hey guys, okay, so first and foremost, this is a totally bird's eye view of our program. This is just an overview. We would love to tell you guys more about our program by meeting with you guys in your districts at a later time. So remember that. But I'm going to give you guys just the scoop on 3 Cheers for Pre-K. So it is your brand new comprehensive pre-K program. It's going to meet all of your Texas pre-K guidelines. It's available in English and Spanish. Our equitable and parallel Spanish program is called Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder. Everything that you guys are going to hear about is available in print. All of this and more is digital too. So 100% print and digital on any device for you and your kids. This works on and offline too, which is really nice. So I do want to take a minute, just because he's so important to the program, to introduce you guys to Javi the helicopter.
Hi, I'm Javi, and I'm so excited to be on my way to grade K.
Okay, so that is our loyal mascot, Javi the helicopter. That's the animated Javi, but he also comes in this plush form. You can give him a big old hug. He plays a big part in the program, pulling in social emotional learning every day with pretty much every lesson and game. So Javi's going to be guiding your kids through pre-K. So he's also going to be guiding us through this overview. So our name is 3 Cheers, and we're going to give you guys a lot to cheer about. We'll take a look at some of our new resources, print and digital. We'll talk today about how we can build that homeschool connection and make that easy on y'all. And of course, we'll dive into our instruction and how it incorporates that rigor, that research, academics, and play. And we'll really hone into that mostly on the questions portion, I would say. So this is a program that was created by a great authorship team. So these are experts in every aspect of early childhood development. So here's what these authors put together for us. We're going to start by looking at some resources like your teacher toolkit. This comes to all of you guys in print and digital, and it's where you get all of your pre-K teacher essentials like alphabet cards, picture cards for phonological awareness. And remember, y'all can print any of these offline too. So if you need another set of any of these, you can get those. You see up in the top left, that professional learning guide. That will give you a detailed scope and sequence across content areas and some best practices for pre-K. Now, sitting at the heart of this program is a wealth of rich, authentic literature, a ton of books, like your big books. You get dozens of these across genres. You also get these little book 6-packs to match all of your fiction big books, so your kids can follow along with you as you read. So you get your big books, but a trade book for pretty much every day and every occasion to add to your print and digital libraries. These are authentic, they're culturally responsive and diverse so that your kiddos can see themselves in all of these great stories. You have lots of contemporary trade books, but lots of classics too that you're going to be looking for. And of course, your leveled readers. So you might be doing guided reading in pre-K. You guys will be given over 60 level A readers in English and Spanish for those guided reading lessons. Now, for your 2 language learners, you guys can support biliteracy and honor heritage, language, and culture in any bilingual program model. I know you're going to ask me this, so I want to go ahead and tell you now. The literature in Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder. Here's what you guys are going to find throughout. A mix of translated, trans-adapted, but a lot of authentic Spanish literature. Lots. All of our Spanish fiction big books were written authentically in Spanish. So all of this literature comes in print, but also in ebook format, like this one. You see the Pete the Cat ebook.
Here comes Pete, strolling down the street.
Full audio, the words track as we go. You guys can blow all of these books up on the big screen if you need to project them and make any book a big book. So you have big books, leveled readers, trade books, but also your wordless experience books. So kids can look at these pictures and develop oral language as they make their own stories and practice vocab and writing. And all of these books live in your prepackaged theme kit. So you have 1 box per unit. So all of your resources are organized in one spot. So you don't have to dig all over when you plan. It's easy to find what you need right when you need it. So part of these kits, along with your books, you're going to get your 5x5 activity cards like this. 5 activities, 5 minutes or less. These are short and sweet to reinforce all your skills. You also get the vocabulary cards that you love and you're going to be looking for to cover our 4 types of vocabulary. You have real pictures for each one, so those meanings are going to stick. Remember, you can print these out if you need to. And since we all have to talk to our kids about books after we read them, y'all will be using your Talk More About It cards. Lots of visuals here to guide your post-read discussions and bring in sequencing and retelling. And since our babies love to sing and shout in the classroom, y'all will be using these sing, rhyme, and shout cards. These come on a ring. We give you all the lyrics, all the movements, English and Spanish, and their 2 familiar tunes like this one. And to complement these songs, Dr. Soto, one of our authors, has given us a music video, English and Spanish for each one.
Hi everyone, join me with Javi, my friend.
So Dr. Soto keeps hands-on learning alive, just like these manipulatives do. You have 2 types of manipulatives and 3 cheers. These are your theme manipulatives. You get 1 per thematic unit for centers and small groups, and to help teach kids about the world around them. These are engaging. It's like a surprise with every unit. Now the manipulatives continue. You get your cross-content manipulatives. These are the ones y'all use every day. You get the opportunity here to get a new set of those essentials. So we have so many great resources, but now let's talk about how we build that homeschool connection and some digital tools. So we support kiddos and families with a couple powerhouse partnerships that we're pumped about. This partnership is called Unite Digital Library. This gives you guys access to hundreds of additional multicultural ebooks that kids can read anywhere, anytime, any device. So you see here, there's tons of titles to pick from. A lot of these books correlate with your 3 cheers unit. So parents can pick one that builds on what's happening in class each week. And for your ELs, these can be translated and read aloud in over 40 languages, okay? So this is gonna support kiddos coming from all over. And partnering with families will be even easier with Ready Rosie. Y'all might already know and love Ready Rosie. It is included with our packages. So English and Spanish, you get those modeled moment videos that show parents easy ways to help at home within their everyday activities. Those Ready Rosie videos are also correlated with our 3 cheers units. Both Ready Rosie and Unite can be accessed through our platform, Savvis Realize, or Realize for short. It's our website where you can find all of these digital tools in one spot. It's award-winning because it's user-friendly for you guys and your students, who will be guided through visuals, audio, color, so that they can follow along independently. This works with all LMSs. So we have that premier partnership with Google, but this also works beautifully with Canvas, ClassLink, Schoology, Eduphoria, whatever you guys are using. Y'all can always go on Savvis Realize, but so can your students. So at any moment, they can jump on any device and go to Javi's Whirly World, which is a massive gaming center that's gonna let kiddos play and learn.
Turn games into learning with Javi's Whirly World.
So you have hundreds of learning opportunities across content areas with those games. They are brand new games, nothing they've ever seen before with ABC Mouse. They're fresh and engaging, built just for 3 cheers. So with games and pre-K in general, you want lots of opportunities for brain breaks so kiddos can get their wiggles out. So with this wheel of motion, you will always have a brain break when you need it. With that audio, y'all can spin this as much as you need to.
Walk in a circle.
And those brain breaks can be accessed at home from parents, maybe in that distance learning setting too. So this family engagement portal is where parents can jump in and be kept in the loop about everything that's going on each week in class, kind of like a digital newsletter. They are given activities, ways they can help at home. They can access all those books and games from here. This family engagement portal comes in English, Spanish, but also Vietnamese, Korean, Mandarin, French, and Arabic. So supporting all families wanting to get involved with their kiddos pre-K year. Now, when it comes to instruction, we incorporate academics and play every day. We meet all of your guidelines and outcomes. We're also vertically aligned to all of your kindergarten TEKS. Savvis is the only company that places this much emphasis on kindergarten readiness. Your kids will loop into this program and they will be ready to make that jump next year. For your instruction, we have every day mapped out for you, all of your lesson plans, your schedule is done for you. You have a full and half day schedule. You also have a pre-K 3 and pre-K 4 pathway. So this program will work for both pre-K 3 and pre-K 4. And on that note, I want to give you guys the opportunity. I see 32 messages in the chat box. So let's go ahead and get to those questions. And Gina may have answered some of them. Whew. So, Anne, there are no consumables that need to be purchased each year. So that's actually really good. So just talking to you guys and researching into this program, we understood that a lot of y'all are using, you know, half the consumable and then the other half gets sent home or doesn't get used or gets thrown away. Not only that, but once a book is in consumable and once it's published, you can't change it. And we know that things going on in the classroom change just about every day, right? Every year. So what we've done is we've added this folder on Savvis Realize of consumables. It's called printables, but you can dive in and get a ton of consumable pieces here. They can be printed, they can be marked up. So you guys get to choose what you want. And doing this online means that we can update these. We can stay current with you guys.
Hey, this is Gina, and I think I've answered a lot of these in writing for you. I am now typing in a website you can go to that will get you in our demo site fully. The website is savasrealize.com. The username when you get there is Texas 3 Cheers. If I can spell it right. 3 Cheers. And the password is welcome, capital letter, the number 1. This will get you into our complete digital platform with everything for you guys to review. We are happy also to get you print samples. If you don't already have them, all you need to do is email me at my email that's in this chat, but I'll say it again. It's gina.floyd@savas.com. I will hook you up with your account general manager with Savas, and make sure we get you a bunch of videos and review documents that will make the review process and kind of digging in and really digging deep into our solution a little easier for you. And to answer your question, what percentage of the hands-on play-based is the day versus teacher-led? Becky, you want to take that one?
Yeah, so I'm just going through and reading all the questions to answer. What percentage of hands-on play-based is the day versus teacher-led? Gosh, I'm not sure of the exact percentage, but every single lesson is hands-on. I mean, every single lesson is essentially play-based. It's all real life so that it's relevant to students. Now, I will say the only part where I would say is solely play-based is you do have a portion of your day called learn and play. That learn and play day is where you do have the option to incorporate your choice centers. So your choice centers are those ones that are completely centered around purposeful play, where kids are creating rather than just reproducing. And so that is about a 30-minute chunk of every day. So that is, but again, every lesson has some aspect of play incorporated along with academics. What is our writing component consist of? Okay, so writing is done, again, all day, every day. It is integrated within all content areas. However, your direct writing instruction happens within the literacy block. So that's where we teach kids, how to write the letter, how to write the letters in the alphabet. So with that, the progression is they start by air writing. Then they're able to practice writing the letter on their palm. Then they move to writing the letter on those dry erase mats. Then eventually they move to being able to write the letter and letters, sentences on paper. This is in addition to direct instruction over the writing process. So as early as pre-K, we take them from brainstorming all the way to publishing. That's going to be great, especially thinking about what they're going to be expected to do in kinder. Now, is the way your curriculum teaches the order of the letters research-based? Okay, great question. And I've seen this question asked a lot. So the way that we teach letters, yes, everything that we have done is solely based around research. So for example, in English, the first letters that they're learning are S, M, and B. And that's because 1, those letters are easy for them to say. 2, those letters are used in a lot of English of words. And yes, it's research-based. Now in Spanish, though, it's not exactly the same. In Spanish, you're not going to see the same letters taught at the same time. In Spanish, we start with vowels because that is appropriate to account for the differences in the languages. A sample chart that I can share. So yes, your sample chart, exactly. So you can see the order. When you get your samples, you'll have your scope and sequence, your sample chart within your professional learning guide. If you're diving in online, your sample chart is going to be in this Getting Started folder that I'm looking at right now. Okay, so if you click into that folder, you're going to get all of the documents on the progression, the scope and sequence that you guys need. What commissioner approved testing do you align to?
Here, I'll take that one.
Okay.
We have a full alignment document to COI. However, our program is 100% covering your guidelines and TEKS. And so really, I mean, I hate to answer that and just say we've got an alignment to CLI. However, because of it covering all of your guidelines and TEKS, any of those approved assessments would be fine.
And then what does our phonological awareness program consist of? Okay, so phonological awareness is continuously and systematically reviewed and practiced every day within the literacy circle. So starting in week 1, we introduce kiddos to all their letters. Following that, you're looking at about 4 to 6 new letters introduced per thematic unit, but we constantly spiral back on the letters that we've already covered with blending and syllable instruction built in there as is appropriate. So by the end of pre-K, here's the progression. Kids will know their letters, then they learn sounds, then they learn how to identify letters in text. Finally, we move to forming and writing each letter, both capital and lowercase.
Gina, Becky, I think there was a question about SEL, and it was they used the CASEL framework along with the pre-K guidelines and then the work of Stuart Murphy.
Perfect, thank you.
Becky, you want to take that one? Are there lessons about bookmaking?
Moira, do you mind elaborating a little bit on that? I don't want to answer you wrong.
And you can come off mute if you want to.
By the way, I love that your name is Moira. It's the best name.
Oh, while we're getting Moira, if you want to elaborate on the bookmaking, we're happy to do that. In the meantime, you want to talk about math, Becky?
Yes, Moira Rose, I love it. Moira, David. Okay, what about the math lessons? So Math Circle is done every single day. It is engaging, it is rigorous, but in all of the right ways. Every single math lesson, again, is related to real world concepts so that it's relevant. It's hands-on. There's the use of manipulatives to really firm up that foundation. It's all about kiddos building that number sense and that deep understanding. So for example, a math lesson in measurement might have kiddos starting with comparing objects, the size of objects around the room, and then the size of each other. And then they go to ordering heights amongst their peers, shortest to tallest, tallest to shortest. After that, they have to explain how they did it. So they're working on that explanation piece, that mathematical arguments and reasoning. So that's not only meeting your pre-K guidelines, but that's incorporating the best amount of rigor that's going to prepare them for kinder.
Professional development, just to elaborate on this, PD is included in all that we do, guys. All the packages you get when you get our packages and pricing, PD is part of all of that. So there's not a charge extra for professional development. That's district-wide, district organized PD. It is also campus level PD. We offer that PD in a couple of formats. You have virtual live, which we're all doing right now. We also have on demand, a site that's dedicated to professional development, YouTube-ish type videos showing you guys on a Saturday morning at 6 a.m. with your coffee, how to do all types of things within 3 chairs. And then also we'll have face-to-face PD, knock on wood, hopefully when we get back to that point in this crazy world we live in. But that is ongoing, multi-year. What we like to do is if you're going with 3 chairs and Savvis Learning, we sit down with district leadership and come up with a multi-year professional development plan so that we become your true partner through the life of the contract of you using our product.
And then Moira, so Gina, Moira mentions Matt Glover. So yeah, so Matt Glover has worked with us in the past. Yeah, bookmaking. So we definitely have lessons wrapped around bookmaking. In fact, in this printable section that I pointed out, you guys will have a lot of those bookmaking activities, including this wordless experience book. So there's write as a group, write on your own. And if you dive in here, you have these books. So they're, perforated. So kiddos know how to create this and fold it. So yes.
And in regard, I'm typing this, but I'll type it in a second, answer it. As far as a SPED component, 3 Chairs offers differentiation strategies on every single instructional page of your teacher guide for every lesson, every day, every week. That differentiation will include strategies for your SPED students. It also will include strategies for your English language learners broken down by proficiency levels, which is very unique to the Savvis program. It will also cover strategies for your advanced learners, as well as any struggling learners and different learning styles like kinesthetic learners, etc. So that is right there on the page of your teacher guide to help support all students in your districts.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. That kind of includes the third block of time. The next block is going to start at 3:15 where we will do the presentation again. But feel free to add any questions in the chat. We'll all be here. See you at 3:15.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah?
Yes, 3:15. I'm sorry. I'm just responding to a person who's having trouble accessing the other rooms. Okay, thank y'all so much for being here. 3:15, let's get started. My name is Sarah. I serve as the Review Adoption Coordinator in the Instructional Materials Division here at TEA. I am just here to keep time and keep us moving. So, Savvis Learning, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Gina Floyd, Director of Sales with Savvis Learning. So excited to introduce 3 Cheers for Pre-K to you guys. We're going to do a brief little overview so you can ask some good questions and then open the floor up. And I'm going to be manning the chat feature. If you would rather ask your question there, feel free. Okay, Becky?
Okay. Hey guys. Good afternoon. I'm so happy to be on with y'all to be giving you a brief overview of our new program. Now, just remember, this is a brief overview. So we would love to come back to your districts and give you the full presentation, which is going to tell you everything and more that you guys will need to know about 3 Cheers. But today, know that this is a brand new comprehensive program that is 100% aligned to all of your Texas guidelines and outcomes. And it's available in English and Spanish with Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, which is equitable and parallel to everything with 3 Cheers. So everything today that we're looking at is available print. All of this and more is digital too. So it's 100% print, 100% digital, and the digital is available on any device, on and offline, if you want to note that. So before we jump in, I want to introduce y'all to our mascot, Javi the helicopter.
Hi, I'm Javi, and I'm so excited to be on my way to grade K.
So that's the animated Javi, but he also comes in this adorable plush form, great size to give him a big old hug. I wanted to introduce Javi because he plays such a big part in our program, pulling in social emotional learning every day with every game and every lesson. He guides your kids through pre-K, and he's going to guide us through this overview. So our name is 3 Cheers, which is great because we're going to give you guys a lot to cheer about. We will talk about all of our ready to go resources, print and digital. We're going to look at how easy it is to build that robust family engagement, and 3 Cheers incorporates that perfect balance of academics and purposeful play, research-based instruction every single day. So we will talk about all these things in this 10 minutes we have together, but we'll talk about a lot of it when you guys ask your questions. So Savvis is 3 Cheers is a research-based program. This is our authorship team. They're experts in all things early childhood. So let's look at some of the things that these authors have given us. So we'll start with your resources. So all of y'all will receive this Texas Teacher Toolkit, print and digital, with your pre-K teacher essentials for classroom management, things to hang up in your classroom, like alphabet cards, mats, like dry erase, write on, wipe off, even that professional learning guide with a full scope and sequence and the why, the research behind everything that we did. But something that's huge for you guys and us too, you guys will get a wealth of authentic, rich literature in a lot of different formats. So tons of books. So you get dozens of big books across genres. And you'll also receive these little book 6-packs to match all of your fiction big books. So as you read, they can follow right there with you. And of course, you get a trade book for every day and every occasion. These are authentic. You can add them to your print and digital libraries. And all of our trade books, just know, they're culturally responsive and diverse. So your kids can really see themselves in all of this literature. They are classic and contemporary, along with your leveled readers. So if y'all are using guided reading in pre-K, you will be equipped with over 60 level A leveled readers for those teacher table lessons. And for your 2 language learners, you guys can support biliteracy and honor heritage, language, and culture in any bilingual program model. I know that I'm going to get asked this, so hear me out. With our literature in Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, it is a perfect mix of translated, trans-adapted, and authentic Spanish literature. Lots of authentic Spanish literature, like all of our Spanish big books. So all of this literature comes in print, but also in ebook format like this one. Check out Pete the Cat.
Here comes Pete, strolling down the street.
So all of these ebooks are interactive. They have that full audio support. You can blow them up on the big screen to make them big if you want. So you have leveled readers, big books, trade books, but also these wordless experience books with no words, so kids can create their own stories, practice that oral language and vocab with independent writing. And all of these books and more live in your prepackaged theme kit. So get excited here. This is where we make your lives easier. You have 1 kit box per unit. So everything that you need for that unit is stored in 1 box. So you don't have to dig all over to find what you need. It's all in one place. So alongside your literature, here are some things that you can find in these kits. Our 5x5 activity cards to start. So these are 5 activities to be done in 5 minutes or less to reinforce your skills. They're short and sweet. And then you have your vocabulary cards that you're going to be looking for to cover our 4 types of vocabulary that we focus on in 3 Cheers. You have real pictures for each one, so those meanings are going to stick. And remember, guys, all of these cards, you can always print them out. Print anything out from our platform if you need another set, no problem. Now, since we like to talk to our kiddos about books after we read them, y'all will use these talk more about it cards. These will guide your post-read discussions as we use them for sequencing, retelling, formative assessments. And music is such a big part of pre-K too. So with our Sing, Rhyme, and Shout cards, you can find a song whenever you need it. We give you tons of songs, English, Spanish, the lyrics, and the movements, and they're all to familiar tunes like this. Now, to complement all of these songs, English and Spanish, one of our authors, Dr. Soto, has given a music video to jam out with this live version.
Hi everyone, join me with Javi, my friend, to sing this beautiful song.
So Dr. Soto keeps hands-on learning in motion, just like our manipulatives do. So you have two types of manipulatives in the program. One unique theme manipulative with every single unit for centers and small groups and to teach babies about the world around them. Then you guys have your cross-content manipulatives. These are the ones that you use every single day, right? So with 3 Cheers, you have the opportunity to get a new set of math, science, music manipulatives. So you see, we've got a ton of great resources, brand new, print and digital. But now let's zoom in on how easy it is to build that homeschool connection with digital tools and powerhouse partnerships like this one. Unite Digital Library is a partnership we're proud of. It gives you guys access to hundreds of additional multicultural ebooks. So kids always have a book to read anytime, anywhere. A lot of these books are actually correlated to our 3 Cheers units. So parents can pick one to reinforce what's going on in class each week. And for your English learners, these books can be read aloud and translated in over 40 languages. Partnering with families, though, is going to be even easier with Ready Rosie. That's our second partnership. Y'all might already love Ready Rosie, but you get it with every package. It comes with modeled moment videos, English and Spanish, that show parents how they can help at home in everyday activities. And these are also aligned to our 3 Cheers units. So both Ready Rosie and Unite can be accessed through Savvis Realize. This is our website where you can find all of your digital resources. It is award-winning because it's user-friendly for you guys and your kids with that early childhood view. They are guided so that they can follow this independently. This site works with all of your LMSs. So this will work with Google, Canvas, Schoology, ClassLink, plays nice with all of those. So you can access our platform at any time, Savvis Realize, so can your kids. So whenever they want, they can pull out their device and go into Javi's Whirly World, which is a big gaming center where they can play and learn.
Turn games into learning with Javi's Whirly World.
So there are hundreds of learning opportunities in Javi's Whirly World across content areas. All of our games are brand new. So they're fresh and engaging, built just for a 3 Cheers classroom. So along with games and just pre-K in general, our kids are 4 years old and 3 sometimes, so they need lots of opportunities to get their wiggles out. So with this wheel of motion, you guys will have a brain break whenever you need it. You can spin the wheel as many times as you need to, or kids can spin it. How fun is that?
Walk in a circle.
So you get the audio for those brain breaks as well. So y'all can enjoy these at school. Parents can also access that wheel of motion at home through the family engagement portal. That's what you're seeing here. This is what's going to keep families in the loop about everything that's going on each week in class. It's kind of like a digital newsletter, except we go further. They have letters that can be sent home each week, and you can edit those. They have lots of easy activities that can be done for practice at home, those Unite books, those Ready Rosie videos, and those games. This is available in English, Spanish, but also Vietnamese, Mandarin, Korean, Arabic, and French. So this is going to support any family who wants to get involved in their kiddos pre-K year. And when it comes to instruction, guys, remember this is aligned to all of your pre-K guidelines and outcomes. It's also vertically aligned to all of your kindergarten TEKS. So Savvis is the only company that has done this. So we wanted to make sure that your kids are going to be prepared to make that jump to kinder. So you'll see kindergarten readiness everywhere throughout the program. And when it comes to your day, we have mapped out all of your days for you. So there will never be any guesswork when you guys are planning. You have a full and half day schedule created, as well as a pre-K 3 and a pre-K 4 pathway. So y'all can use this one program with 3 and 4-year-old classes. Okay, and then, remember guys, we would love to come out to your districts and talk more about our instruction. And that's something else that we'll look at now in the chat as we answer your questions. And also it's helpful too, I know we're typing questions in the chat, but so that we don't miss anybody, it is also helpful if you guys come off of mute and ask them. That will ensure that you get an answer right away.
Hey, and Becky, I think the only one I haven't answered in print right now is how's the alphabet taught, because it requires a lot of typing. So Becky, I'm going to let you answer that one verbally for us.
Yeah, so Shelly, all of our phonological awareness, including our alphabet knowledge instruction, is based off of research. So for example, the first words that we teach in pre-K are S, M, and B. And that's because those are consonants that are commonly used. They're an easier sound for students to make. So again, that is all research-based. Now, when it comes to your full list of what letters we teach and when, you can find that when you log on our platform, and Gina will actually give you the username and password for Savvis Realize. So when you log into this demo account, there's this Getting Started folder. It's the first thing that you see. So that Getting Started folder will give you that letter list and that scope and sequence when you need it. Now for Spanish, your alphabet is not taught the same way in English and Spanish. That's because it's different, as is appropriate for the differences in the languages. So for Spanish, we start with vowels first.
Becky, we've come across several of our students are really advanced, and are there any type of decodable text or anything? We go along with the science of reading and don't do guided reading. So do you have any specific activities or something connected to that?
Yeah, so actually those 60 plus books that you're getting, they're leveled readers, but some decodable texts are included within those books as well. Unite for Literacy too. So there are seriously tons of books that you guys could use for that. Yeah. And Gina just typed in that username and password. Y'all might want to take a picture or write that down, because that's going to be how you review a lot of these resources. Yeah, so Patricia, the great thing is we have lesson plans written out every day. I think I mentioned that real quick. So you have editable lesson plans made for you for each week. So this is your Unit 1, Week 1. So first week of school. Notice that this downloads into Microsoft Word or Google Docs, depending on what device you're using. So it walks you through everything that you're doing each day and where to find them. You have all of your guidelines built in. Now, of course, the best thing about this truly is we give you the meat. Y'all get to decide how to cook it. So you can add your own stuff. You can delete anything you don't want. Okay, but this is a really nice template to have.
Becky, there was a previous question about, could you show a Spanish trade book or big book, either one, and the audio like we did with PeteCat.
Sure. So guys, what's cool, like watch how easy it is to switch from English to Spanish. Okay, so you can just always go to both if you need to. Let's see. Oh, lovely.
Can you customize those ebooks, like putting sticky notes or things like that on the electronic version?
You can highlight, students can highlight, they can add notes, you can add notes, however you might want to do that. And then also Leslie asked a question about more about assessments. We offer you a full suite of assessment. You're going to have daily and weekly progress monitoring. You're going to have checklist already made. You are going to have are you ready to go to kinder assessment, and beginning, middle, and end of the year type of benchmark assessments already made. All that also comes with Scout, which is that observational tool that includes all those checklists for the observational assessments that you're doing. And we offer a full alignment to CLI Circle. However, this program would go right along and is aligned really to all of the commissioner list assessments because it's covering all your guidelines and TEKS, or guidelines and outcomes.
Hace ya mucho tiempo, cerca de la ciudad de Bremen, uno.
And then you can circle, underline, you can highlight. and then mark it up as you go. And you can see it's kind of like a little sticky, it's a little tag. And that's where you can see what you wrote. Okay. Let's see what else has come in. Yeah, sabes es mi visión.
No one asked this, but we'll go ahead since Becky's on this page. There is both a 3-year and 4-year-old pathway within this one solution for 3 chairs. So we offer 2 different pathways with one solution just to make things a little easier for you. And we know some of you are still transitioning from that half day to full day. There's a pathway to show you what to do in half day if you're still in that transition period. And of course, the program was built upon a full day, but we give you the pathway for a half day. And the cool thing is you're still hitting on your guidelines and outcomes in the half day. PD opportunities, we become your partner at Savvis. So upon a choice that you make going with Savvis, we sit down and create a customized multi-year professional development plan, which will include virtual live trainings. It will include face-to-face trainings, and it will also include on-demand 24/7 professional development. That's a digital library of a bunch of videos, kind of YouTube style, to help you at any time, any day, whatever, all the way through the program. We customize a multi-year program professional development plan, as I discussed. So as long as you're using our program, we're right there with you, and there is no additional charge for that. With the online games and the lessons, first of all, the games are adaptive. Hobbies Whirly World, all those games, they're working on phonological awareness and letter recognition, number recognition, all of that. Those are adaptive, and you can have data from those as well. So they will adjust as the student utilizes the game and participates. Those games are also available for in-class use for those small group opportunities, and then also at home for parents. And they will work on a phone, which is kind of nice. And then one more thing on that PD, we also are really excited to offer something brand new to Savvis, and that's parent professional development. So we do have a parent portal with this program, which does 2 things. It lets your parents know this is what we're doing in the classroom, but here are some things that you can do at home and utilize with your students to help reinforce what we're doing in the classroom. And so that PD will come for your parents too. And yes, the PD will be live face-to-face as soon as we're allowed to do that. So if you guys are there and you're allowing us to come in, we're happy to be there for you too. But still know that we have a site that offers all of the video PD, and we do virtual live just like we're doing right now. We do work with all LMS systems, so Schoology, Canvas, complete integration. And Mi Vision, in my view, were Pearson products. You know, there was a name change from Pearson to Savvis. So to answer your question, was Mi Vision part of Savvis? Yes, now it is. So total integration with Schoology. You're welcome. There's no consumable with this product, so there's nothing that needs to be updated or renewed every year. Julie, I think that was your question. So we give you everything, and we also give you those printables that are kind of printable on demand, which are extra practice that can be used in form of packets or however you might want to utilize those in small group, etc. How are we doing on time? Sarah, we good?
We have reached time. So if y'all want to answer that last question from Angela.
Can you share the list of links from the other session? What's that mean?
That's maybe that's for me.
That's for you,
She's
Sarah.
Asking me. I'm sorry. I just saw it come in and I thought it's probably for them. Yes, Angela, I will share that link. It is, I'm assuming it's to the Publisher Fair conference webpage. Yeah, okay, great. So that concludes the 4th block. Our next block is going to start at 3:40, And we'll start at the beginning with the publisher presentation and then typing in the questions at the end. So see you at 3:40.
Thanks, everybody, for joining us today.
I've got 3:40, so let's get started. My name is Sarah. I serve as a review option coordinator here at TEA. I'm just here to help facilitate, keep track of time, but we'll turn it over to Savis.
Hi, my name's Gina Floyd, Director of Sales with Savis Learning. Super excited to show you guys 3 cheers for pre-K. I'm going to turn it over to one of our early learning specialists, Becky Bailey.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Becky Bailey. I'm a literacy specialist with Savis Learning, And I am going to be giving you guys an overview of our new program today, 3 Cheers for Pre-K. And that's exactly what this is, just an overview. So we look forward to potentially meeting with your districts and giving you guys our full presentation, which will let you know everything and more about our program. So this is a brand new comprehensive pre-K program designed just for Texas. It's going to meet all of your Texas pre-K guidelines. It's available in English and Spanish with Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, our equitable and parallel Spanish program. Now, everything that we're going to show you guys is available in print, but all of this is digital too, 100% print, 100% digital. And before we get going, I want to introduce you guys to our mascot, Javi the helicopter.
Hi, I'm Javi, and I'm so excited to be on my way to grade K.
So that is our loyal mascot. As I said, he is animated and he comes in this plush form. The name Javi means guided light. So Javi's going to be guiding your kiddos through pre-K, guiding us through our overview, and just know that he pulls in social emotional learning all day, every day with just about every lesson. So Javi, let's get going. All right, guys, so we, staying true to our name, are going to give you a lot to cheer about. Some things we're going to look at during this session are some brand new print and digital resources. We're going to talk about how easy it is to build that family engagement. And of course, we will talk instruction. Now, we'll especially hit the instruction in the questions part of this session, but it is research-based. It does incorporate academics in play every day. So I did mention this is a research-based program coming to us from an amazing authorship team. These are experts in all things early childhood. So let's look at some of the things these authors created for us. That's going to take us to our resources like this Texas Teacher Toolkit. This comes to all of you guys. It's where you get your teacher essentials like your alphabet cards and your picture cards, even that professional learning guide top left that gives you research-based best practices and your scope and sequence for all content areas. Now, of course, something that's big for y'all and us too is a wealth of rich, authentic literature in multiple formats. So you guys are going to get dozens of big books across genres to bring those stories to life, and also these little book 6-packs to match all of your fiction big books. So as you read, they can follow right there with you. So you guys will have big books and trade books for everyone, every day, everything. So you guys will be given hundreds of trade books for your print and digital libraries. They are authentic, they are culturally responsive and diverse so that your kids can see themselves in the pages of every single story. You have contemporary and classic trade books and over 60 leveled readers. So if you guys are using guided reading in pre-K, you get over 60 level A readers for use at the teacher table. So for your bilingual kiddos, the literature in Uno, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder is going to be a great mix of translated, transadapted, and lots of authentic Spanish literature. Like here, you see all of those Spanish big books were written authentically in Spanish. So all of this literature comes in print and in ebook format. Like check this out with Pete the cat in his school shoes.
Here comes Pete, strolling down the street.
So you get that full audio support, the words track as we go, and you guys can project all of these on the big screen if you need to. So in addition to your big books, readers, and trade books, you have your wordless experience books with just pictures so kids can create their own stories and practice that oral language and vocab with writing. And all of this literature lives in your theme kits. This is where we make your lives a whole lot easier. So instead of y'all having to dig all over the place to find what you need, for each unit, you get one kit that looks like this with all of your resources tucked inside. So y'all can find what you need right when you need it. It's all in one place. So here are some things you can find in those kits along with your literature. We're starting with your 5x5 activity cards, 5 activities to be done in 5 minutes or less to reinforce all of your skills. And you have those vocabulary cards that you're going to be looking for to cover the 4 types of vocabulary we focus on. You have real pictures for each one, so those meanings are going to stick. And remember, you guys can print all of these resources. So if you need another set, you can easily get those straight from our platform. And since we all have to talk to our kids about books after we read them, you're going to be using these Talk More About It cards. These are packed with visuals. They'll guide your post-read discussions as we pull in sequencing, retelling. And since music is such a big part of pre-K, you guys will be using your sing, rhyme, and shout card. So we give these to you on a ring. So y'all can turn right to a song whenever you need it, English and Spanish. You get the lyrics, the movements, and they're all to familiar tunes. So here's an example of what one might sound like. I am friendly, I am sweet. In addition to the songs and that audio feature, you guys get a music video for each one, English and Spanish, with one of our authors, Dr. Soto.
Hi, everyone. Join me with Javi.
So your kids are going to love Dr. Soto. He keeps hands-on learning alive, just like these manipulatives do. So you guys are going to get two types of manipulatives within the program. These theme manipulatives, just one special tool per unit for use in centers and small groups to keep kiddos informed about what's going on in the world around them. And then the manipulatives continue with your cross-content manipulatives. These are the ones you guys have that you use every single day. You have the opportunity with 3 Cheers, though, to get a new set of those math, science, and music manipulatives. So lots of resources, print and digital, but now let's talk about how we build that homeschool connection. So we support kiddos online too with some great digital resources and powerhouse partnerships, like this partnership, Unite Digital Library. This one's great. In addition to all the literature we provide, Unite gives you guys over 400 extra multicultural ebooks. So kids always have a book to read anytime, anywhere. You see here, there's lots of titles that align to your 3 Cheers unit. So parents can pick one to practice what's going on each week in class. And for your English learners, these can be translated and read aloud in over 40 languages. Now, partnering with families is going to be even easier with Ready Rosie. Y'all might already know and love Ready Rosie. It comes with our packages. So Ready Rosie gives you those modeled moment videos, English and Spanish, that shows parents how they can help at home in everyday activities. And these also align to our 3 Cheers units. Both Unite for Literacy and Ready Rosie can be accessed through Savvis Realize, or Realize for short. This is our website where you can find all of your digital resources in one spot. It's really user-friendly for you guys and for your little ones, as you see here, who are guided through pictures, colors, audio, so that they can follow along independently. This works for you and them on any device, on and offline. Yes, we have a premier partnership with Google, but we also jive nicely with any LMS. So this will work with Canvas, Schoology, ClassLink, whatever you guys are using, no problem. So y'all can always access our platform, Realize, but so can your kids. Whenever they want, they can pull out their device and go to Javi's Whirly World, which is a big gaming center where they can play and learn.
Turn games into learning with Javi's Whirly World.
So there are hundreds of games across all content areas here. These games are brand new too, so they're nothing your kids have ever seen before. They are fresh, engaging, built just for 3 Cheers. So along with those games and all things pre-K, our babies need a lot of opportunities to get their wiggles out. So with this wheel of motion, you'll have a transition that whenever you need it. So you can spin it as many times as you need to, or invite your kids to spin the wheel one by one. You get this audio.
Walk in a circle.
And then they're back with that ready to learn attitude. So parents can access things like the wheel of motion at home too, through our family engagement portal. This is where we keep parents in the loop about what's going on in class each week, kind of like a digital newsletter. You see family letters that go home week to week, and you can edit those. You have lots of activities they can do to practice at home, and they access those Unite books, Ready Rosie, and those games from here. This family engagement portal is available English, Spanish, Vietnamese, Mandarin, Korean, French, and Arabic. So this will support all families who are wanting to get involved in their kiddos pre-K year. And when it comes to your instruction, remember guys, it's research-based. So we do meet all of your guidelines and outcomes, but we're also vertically aligned to all of your kindergarten TEKS. So in the teacher guide that's tabbed and color-coded like this, prior to each week, you have a page that looks like this that tells you the guideline you're covering that week in pre-K and how those are vertically aligned to what they're doing in pre-K. Savvis is the only company that does this, kinder readiness all day, every day. And then you're looking at this map right here. This is where we've mapped your instruction for you. So I'm not going to go too far into this because I know you guys are going to ask questions, which is great. But remember, we have a full day and a half day schedule created within the program. We also have a pre-K 3 and pre-K 4 pathway. So this one program will work for 3 and 4-year-old classes. All right, guys, that wraps it up. So now we will continue with the questions. Gina's already been answering them in the chat. And remember, the chat is great, but You can also come off of mute and ask questions. That will ensure that your question gets answered right away and we don't accidentally miss it.
Does this have an assessment piece?
Yes. Yeah. So in your teacher toolkit, you guys have an assessment guide that gives you a whole assessment suite. So that's going to include your beginning of the year screener, progress monitoring assessments, daily and weekly, a comprehensive EOI, lots of observational assessment tools, and all of our assessments are aligned with CLI. So if y'all are using CLI progress monitoring, we do have a full correlation. And then we have an observational assessment app called Realize Scout. So that's something that lets you create a digital learning portfolio and store all of your observations throughout the year, photos of student work, videos of them working in class, things like that.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Can assessment be done virtually? Yeah, so you guys, yep. So assessment can be done virtually through that Realize Scout app.
This hasn't come up yet. This is Gina Floyd, but I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there. Professional development is part of what we do, and it comes with all of our packages. That professional development is customized to meet your district needs, and it's multi-year. It's not just a first year chart. It's not just first year, and we do not charge for that PD, for that multi-year support. So that PD can be virtual, live, like we're doing right now on this Zoom call. It can be face-to-face, and it also includes on-demand PD. There's a website that we house not only for your teachers, but also for your parents to help support every aspect of all of our resources that they have access to. So it's a bunch of videos essentially and support to really help teachers utilize all of the resources, and they'll have that type of video library support for your parents too, to help them utilize our family engagement portal. The next question, does your curriculum have themes? Yes, we have 9 thematic units. Each theme covers 4 weeks of instruction, giving you a full year curriculum, 36 weeks of instruction. All the manipulatives shown are included in our packages. We have thematic manipulatives. Those manipulatives are included in each one of those theme boxes. It's that special manipulative for each theme, but we also have generic manipulatives as well. Teacher guides are also print and digital. A teacher guide in every theme kit, and then absolutely, of course, you have a digital format as well. Becky, you want to take the bilingual question?
Yeah, so the curriculum definitely supports your bilingual students. Remember, you have Una, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder, which is equitable and parallel to everything with 3 tiers. So that will give you, for example, a bilingual teacher's guide. So that will give you planning support for all bilingual program models, whether you're using a 50-50 model, 80-20, 90-10, you'll know how to plan and utilize 3 tiers alongside Una, Dos, Tres Pre-Kinder. And then, okay, how many letters are introduced per week and what order? Okay, so for Spanish, I'm assuming you're asking about Spanish, where we teach vowels first. In English, we start with the letters S, M, and B. And just know our scope and sequence when it comes to letters, it's all research-based. And you can find that when you log into that digital site. You can find the scope and sequence and the pacing guide when it comes to the letters. Now, how many letters per week? You're looking at anywhere between 4 to 6 letters being taught per theme. And then we always spiral back on the letters that we've already covered. So the answer to that question is more complex than it seems. Does our curriculum have teacher edition books? Yeah, so you do have TEs. They look like this. Remember, I think there was a question, are they digital? They're print and digital. Your TEs look like this, and remember they're color coded and tabbed. So really easy to follow them. This is where you have all your lessons for all content areas, and all your centers are in here too.
I'd like to offer this info too. If you guys don't already have print samples at your district, we would love to get those to you. All you need to do is email the email I put in the chat. It's gina.floyd savas.com. Let me know what you need and we will get that taken care of for you. Also, district level presentations, happy to do that. We can do these virtually, we can do these face-to-face, whatever works for y'all. And again, if you'll just email me, we'll get that set up for you.
Okay, editable. Okay, so how many we answered the letters taught per week. Is conscious discipline in your curriculum? Though I am Becky Bailey, I'm not that Becky Bailey. So a lot of the strategies that we do incorporate are similar to what's done with conscious discipline. Like you're gonna have over 30 visual SEL cards that incorporate similar practices. But our social emotional learning, and Carol, I think you mentioned this earlier. So if you wanna mention, what did we base that around?
It was based on CASEL and also on using the pre-K guidelines, as well as our author, Stuart Murphy. But the CASEL framework was what it was developed through.
Perfect. And then editable lesson plans. Yeah, Vanessa. So this is what they look like. So I've been kind of working with this one throughout our sessions. But each week you have a lesson planner that looks like this, Microsoft Word or Google Docs, depending on what device you're using. You get all of your activities by the day, easy to follow format, all of your guidelines already built in here. Now, in my opinion, the best part about these, you can delete what you don't want and you can add what you do want. Okay, so make them your own. I always say we give you the meat, you get to decide how to cook it, which is the fun part.
Any other questions?
Thanks, Kelly.
And thank you guys for jumping in here and asking questions. We appreciate that. And it would be an honor to work with you. We certainly hope to partner with you in the future. Please email me at gina.floyd@savas.com right there in the chat. We'll get you full digital access and a bunch of really cool videos to help you through a very thorough review, because we truly encourage you to do that. Dig into our resources and thoroughly check it out. We're also happy to come on district and do a district specific presentation, because we all know that you've got different needs per district. So we want to be, specific to your needs. So email me, we'll get you all set up, print samples, digital access, and get something scheduled for a district specific presentation. We thank y'all. Have a oh, here we go. Becky, you want to get that one again? Uh-oh.
Yeah, sure. I just had that question. So our social emotional learning is not based around conscious discipline, but we do have several strategies and social emotional learning cards along the way that do align with what is done in conscious discipline. So we have SEL all day, every day. Yeah.
It's really important for you all to email Gina. I do not believe TA is going to give us your contact information. So we really want to be able to follow up with you. So please email Gina Floyd with your information.
Sarah, how are we on time?
1 minute.
So we still have about a minute left. If
Okay.
anybody wants to take themselves off mute, ask questions before
We're
we
gonna
end the
hang in
meeting.
here with y'all.
Or as Carol said, add your email address to the chat box. That way the publisher can get in touch with you.
All right, guys. Well, we thank you again for your time. Y'all have an awesome day. Stay safe out there. And again, do not hesitate to reach out and let us get you hooked up with everything for you to do a very thorough review of our Three Cheers program. Sarah, thank you so much for organizing all this too.
Great job,
No problem at
Sarah.
all. Oh, no problem at all. So before I end the meeting, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's submitted their email address to the chat if you want the publisher to reach out to you. We still have about 15 people present, so I don't want to end too early. Now that we have 12 people in the meeting, maybe someone wants to come off mute if they want to ask the question to a publisher. Or maybe they're a little embarrassed to ask in front of 80 plus people. Just an idea.
Yes, ma'am, Nora, we'll get you some samples. Karina, if you'll give us your email, I'll email you and ask you, how many you need.
It's Gina, it's right above.
Oh, I see it. Gotcha. Crystal
And
City.
I took a screen grab, so I have.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Karina. I'm going to send each one of you guys an email and say, okay, samples come in. Let me see if you need English and Spanish and tell me a quantity. So look for that this evening.
Still have a few more people. Just gonna check in again. If you want the publisher to reach out to you, please add your email address to the chat. They will do that. They are excellent at follow-up, so I know they will. Was there anything else anybody wanted to add? We have two people here. Okay, so I haven't heard anything, so I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. Thank y'all again so much for being here.
All right, thanks, Sarah.
Savas, y'all got everything you needed?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
believe.
Awesome, great. Well, thank
Bye.
y'all again. Bye-bye.
Bye, Sarah.
Bye.